Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope everyone is listening. So we begin with our day of the plexus, solar plexus. So today, the topic for today is related with the plexus, and it is the taste, the sense of taste. So, just for you to know, I wrote about this in the blog, so you have it there, the ideas, in case you need to go much more deeper. So, the past 2 months has been for me a hard work. Of course, this last week was the worst, and I have been working with myself in the physical aspect too, mostly a lot. So this is why maybe you can see me like this, like kind of lost and not knowing what to say. But this is what you have when you are working with yourself every day. So I like to remind you that that what I am doing every day here is not just to you, is to share with you what I have learned that day. So that's why I am in the process of acknowledging, and that's why I am also with this mood of processing things. So beginning with the taste is the sense related to the plexus because it's the one connected to the digestive system. We may say that we could relate it with the throat chakra because the tongue is in the throat chakra, but the tongue is connected to the stomach, to the digestive system because it's related with food. So that's why this sense is connected to the plexus. Tiene que ver con una forma de captar la información, una forma en que el universo se permite absorber y captar información. Each one of the senses are the ones trying to help the universe to process information, to absorb information from the other from the reality. So these are the tools that the universe has to understand itself. So if the senses are the tool of the universe to perceive the created, so the taste will be the sense that will help the universe to assimilate what it was created. So the first vision that we are going to have from this sense, from taste, is from the point of view of biology of our body, because even if we are willing to understand many things of the universe and so on, we cannot understand all the life of the universe if we don't understand first how our own life works. So that's why we have to go to the biology, to the physics of that creates us. So first of all, remember that the universe, as I said yesterday, is about two different charges of energy, positive and negative, that are exchanging pulses constantly. This pulse of positive and negative is the one that allows the universe to exchange information. So these two different particles, the positive and the negative, the protons and the electrons, what they do is to exchange information, and they storage information, okay, by these pulses. So an atom basically is like a place, it's like a the spot where the energy storage and integrates energy, information, data. So this is how the atom starts to link one another to save this energy, this information. Entonces, la alquimia es una forma en que los elementos químicos empiezan a intercambiar información. So, alchemy is a process through which the chemical elements exchange information and energy. This makes that as bigger the organisms, the most energy they will need. So these organisms, these chemical elements starts to make alchemy, creating bigger organisms like unicellular organisms, and then these ones starts to split and create multicellular organisms that they start to need much more energy. So they are not asking for just tiny atoms, but they need to exchange molecules or even other cells. These multicellular organisms starts to divide and create even more until they create a living being. They create an organism of biology, okay? Biological organism, an entity that they start to also split, so they need more energy, and they start to eat other living beings, like in the in the vegetal realm or the animal realm. So this is how it begins, the process of eating, to eat the other ones. What the universe is doing by the process of eating is just to keep the same system of the positive and negative sharing information, but in a very complex way. So eating is nothing more than an exchange of energy, exactly as in an atom, the proton and the electron. That's it. What these beings, this living being starts to do is to look for the energy outside, so the energy that they need inside. So I will make it very easy. For example, if I am positive, I will look for something negative to complement myself. If I am negative, I will look for something positive to complement myself. So if I am a very complex being, I will need a lot of positive and negatives. So I will look for all those positive and negatives matched in a certain way that I need it. Okay? That's how it would be. So this means that as much complex is a being, much more things it needs to eat. So for example, humans, we are omnivores. What this means that we can eat of everything, a little bit of everything. And this means that we are beings that we need to understand a lot of things from all over. So that's why we need to eat many things. Other of these omnivorous beings are the insects, and even if they are simple, they have been here from the very beginning, and they will be even after us. So that makes that insects are very complex too. So everything that we eat is bringing to us information. is bringing to us data. The digestive system, what it does is to take complex organisms, and when you eat it, the body starts to disintegrate this organism until your intestines absorb the nutrients, until the blood brings those nutrients, those molecules, to the cells, and the cells absorb the energy from the atoms to nourish their own atoms. So basically, what we are doing with our process of eating every day is exactly the same as I explained at the first moment, which is this positive and negative of proton and electron. So the way in which I know what I need from the outside, which energy specifically I need from the outside, is the sense of taste. Taste is the one that show me in the tongue the flavors of the things that I need to eat. It shows me with the saliva the flavors of what I need right now, what my body is needing right now. So the taste is that sense that helps you to find what you need and what you don't need. What is the things that you don't want? So through thousands of years, the tongue has been evolving into try to understand what is good for me and what is bad for me. For example, something poisonous used to be bitter mostly, and that is why the bitter is behind in the tongue. So when it feels exactly something bitter, it closes itself and it shut the esophagus and push away, so you throw it outside immediately and it doesn't go to the stomach. So immediately when we perceive the things from the outside, I start to generate this saliva, and all this flavor starts to show up in my mouth, saying I want this, I want that, and immediately this goes to the stomach, and I feel how my stomach is also pushing to ask for that, like I want that, I want this, I need that, or against that, saying I don't want that, I hate that. And that's what we call disgust. It's disgusting, okay, which is the origin of the word related to taste. So something that is disgusting, okay, or something that you may like. Those are the identifications that we feel in our belly, but that they come from the tongue. So remember that what we call the physical, what we are speaking is how the body works with this sense. So the body is energy, compact, is energy that is structured. But we have, in the other way, the energy that is moving, that is free, moving around. The energy that is compact is what we call the physical, and the energy that is free is the one that we call emotion. So emotion and body are the same, but in different ways or levels of vibration. So this means that at the same time I am eating food from the outer world, I am also eating emotions from the outer world. So I am constantly eating emotions, all the emotions that are within the food and all emotions that I share in the relationships with others. Like if I am a proton and the other person is an electron. So this is why we usually relate food with the family, with mom, with the situations where we eat with everyone, with friends, sharing, when we are in love. We have a straight relationship between what we eat and what we feel. Whatever happens to the food emotionally will also happen to us. It's not the same food prepared by someone that is doing this, is cooking angry, or eating something by made by someone who does it with love. It's not the same to eat alone than to eat sharing with other people. As for example, also is very heavy emotionally to eat meat that came from animals that suffer, because the suffering is in the meat. Everything that I consume goes into my body through the emotion too. So one of the things that we have to understand is to know the difference between the taste showing us what we really need and the taste showing us what is our addiction. Like the addiction to sugar, for example, to meat. The body is wise, it knows exactly what it needs, but also the body is very easily to adapt. Okay, so so the body says, if I get sugar, the body will adapt to process sugar, but then it will need sugar constantly. And that's going to kill the cells. Usually the addictive food, like for example the white poisons that are the white food, like fluor, like salt, milk, sugar, they have been processed in order to be white like they are. Okay, otherwise they wouldn't be white. So they had a chemical process to be what they are now. So it's not that you don't need them, but you don't need them like they are now. Okay, that's the problem. That's why they are addictive. If food and emotion are the same energy, compact or free, if we want to change the state of emotion that we have, what we have to do is also change the way we eat, to make some cleaning process. How do you say ayuno in English? Not to eat for some periods of time. So fast to make some fasting sometimes, to your diet. Yeah, so these are some of the things that will help you to change your emotion, to clean your emotion, by doing fasting, by changing the way you eat, and so on. But also remember that is the taste what will identify exactly what we need at every moment. So going to the depth of the subconscious, besides food, in our tongue, in the taste, is where we find all the information of what we like to do and we don't like to do. In your mouth, from the lips, going to the palate, going to the tongue, teeth, and the esophagus also. We have also the information of the subconscious of what we like and we don't like. For example, in a situation, if there's a situation in which I feel my mouth getting dry, it's maybe because my body says this situation is bad, I don't like it, it will get wrong, something wrong will happen. And if it gets with saliva, it's because my body is saying this is going to be good, I need this. So it's a good way to understand this. Saliva is the tool that the body uses to make the food, the things, to be easily to be swallowed. So it goes straight to the body. And if it gets dry, it's because the body doesn't want for you to swallow it. The body says, no, I don't want this inside. So that's why it gets dry. So this is something also important to understand as a tip to identify in a situation with someone, with some people, how do you feel and what is your body feeling about if it's something you need or not. Okay, so let's go to the information for today. The vibration for today is Qi. The statement for today is I am the being's emptiness. The code for today is the subconscious integration. To start the path to freedom, I have to admit that it's not enough to be actively conscious in my goals, but I must be full in everything that constitutes me. The biology, the world, the cosmos, everything that I can't control. What is out of my reach. Integrating the fact that my mind is one more within a great mind that contains us all. Thus, I acknowledge myself as an essential part of everything. As I said once, but I want to repeat it, is that each person has its own way of eating, okay? So never take any information like common for all the people, like this is like this for everyone, okay? The way of eating is personal and unique for each people, okay? For each person there is a different way of eating. So ask, consult to someone that knows, and there you change the way you eat, okay? Focus. Take a deep breath. I focus on my breathing. Softly, I take my hands to my crown and I begin to make a massage, caressing each part of my body, from the head to the feet. As I go down, caressing the body, I acknowledge each part of it, saying to my body, that this, what I am doing now, is for its greatest good. I observe around me a forest. I go inside this forest, watching the trees, listening to the birds and the insects. As I get deeper and deeper, seeing how it becomes a rainforest full of trees, of shadows and darkness. In the center, I see the greatest and huge tree. Its branches and leaves are so big that they cover everything. And it seems to be night. And the only rays of light that comes through the leaves seems to be stars. I recognize it is the tree of life. And I get closer to it, caressing its trunk and roots, until I lay down between the roots. I observe the sky in the leaves of its branches. I acknowledge that each one of the leaves is a being. The tree is full of beings, and they all are connected to me. For all of them, the tree and myself We are all part of the same being. I can perceive in my mouth the flavor of light, of that light that each one of those beings are eating from the sky. I become aware. What is the flavor of the darkness and the light within me? I feel how the mud is swallowing me, my feet, my legs, my hands, arms, shoulders and back, all being covered by the mud. As I feel myself a root of this tree, I allow myself to perceive the light that is eating, the flavor of the light within me. And I expand this light to each part of myself. I am the being's emptiness. I am the being's emptiness. I am the being's emptiness. I become aware that each one of my senses are bringing the integration of all the universe within my own self. I honor my body for allowing me to taste existence. With my hands, I begin to bring this mud to every part of my body, to all my skin, absorbing the nutrients of this water and earth, acknowledging that I am myself part of this humus, that I am human. Take a deep breath, and I come back here and now. Thank you everyone for being there. And as always, see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye.